So we head into week 2. We're past week 1. Now it's the preview time of week number 2 in the WAWA Runs Fantasy Football League. Starting with our free agent auction report. Who got who off the free agent block? And some big bidding in week 1. Not only my brother blowing his $200 of his budget like he has in the past. It worked with him with Julius Thomas. Will it work with him this year? He bid $200 and got James Jones. Also, Tim bid $152 for Dante Moncrief. A big amount of his money disappeared as well. The sales team and Saul get Percy Harvin for $49. Dozer gets Chris Johnson for $45. I got Jermaine Kearse for $33. Eric Ebron went to Rob for $27. Darius Green, a good tight end pickup. So Tim with 2 pickups spent a lot of his money already in week 1, but 2 really good pickups with Darius Green for $26. And Tim, I do like your new name. At first, I didn't get the Zach part, but it's like you're saying sack. So your ball sack hurts. I gotcha. Understand. JPP's finger did not get Percy Harvin, but he does get Alex Smith for $25. And then Tim got Marcus Mariota. So Tim and Zach both spending over $200 already in week 1. Will that come back to fight them? In the end, we'll find out. Now to preview week number 2 and the matchups that are happening. I think the matchup that we're most excited for this week is because they're both 1-0. I'm going to go with Tim versus Paul in an old school rivalry. Both teams look really strong in week 1. Both teams projected over 170. So for the second week in a row, Paul is in the marquee matchup. He'll be against, again, my ball, Zach Ertz. Because apparently Tim got kicked in it. And he will be in the primary matchup this week. Also, 2 1-0 teams. Tim catches revenge. Joe, who had a really strong week 1, will take on Rob, who squeaked past Dozer in week 1. Both of them right around the 170. It is Tim Couch's revenge favored by 11 in that matchup. Then we go to the 1-0 versus 0-1 matchups. That's the sales team Saul, who had the worst week 1, versus Loud and Proud, who's Mr. Rosencrantz. Right now, their team points are fairly close, so it could be a close matchup. See if another great primetime scores for Mr. Rosencrantz can take advantage of. And then we have Mrs. Dozer, Gina, who had the biggest week 1, and DeMarco Murray's Hair Cream, my brother, will face each other. Gina, a big favorite, almost 20 points in that matchup. Then the matchups of 0-1 teams. Both teams heading into these 2 matchups at 0-1. And Glorious Bradford's Dozer trying to get off the schneid. He will face Jason, who right now is a huge 30-point favorite, but Dozer still has some adjusting to do on his roster. We'll see what happens there, see if the newcomer can get his first win. And then me. I face Balky. And Balky and I are right now only 2-point difference. This is both of our teams not looking so good heading into week 2. Hopefully my number 1 pick actually shows up this week. We'll see what happens after week 2, and we'll head into week 3 after this. And that's where the eliminator starts, and things start getting interesting. Again, good luck in week 2. I'll see you after it's over.